Hi everyone, I'm here with Christopher G. Howson today, powerful motivational speaker and storyteller. So Chris, what words of inspiration do you have for the listeners and people watching this video?
That's such a great question, Athena. And today I intend to talk about one thing that we face in all our lives, and that is, how do you handle the tough times in your life? How do you keep going when life's hitting you with everything? You're going through pain. You're thinking, man, is this worth it? I'm not seeing results. And it's so easy for us to quit. It's so easy for us to want to give up. So I'm going to share with you how you can handle those tough times and how you can keep going in your life and truly achieve your success. And I want to share with you a story. And how it goes was, there was this guy named Joe, and he was a beautiful guy. He had such a massive heart to do good in this world, to truly change this world. And he had a desire to learn martial arts, and he got into Arakan martial arts, and he had a wise teacher, master, you could say, called, his name was Daniel. And he was working out with him, and he got him to do a particular exercise. Now, you may be wondering, what's this exercise got to do with life? What's this exercise got to do with tough times, Chris? What has it got to do with keep going when you want to give up? Like, I don't get it, Chris. Why? And this exercise was, he got him to lean against a pole, and he pretty much had to bend his legs at a certain degree angle, and he had to hold his own weight. And now Joe, he wasn't a little guy, he was quite a big guy, and he didn't have a little body mass one bit. So you could imagine he had a lot of weight he had to hold. And Daniel got him to do it 3 times. Now, the first time he could only do it for 30 seconds. Now, the second time, that was shorter for some reason, and that was 23 seconds. However, on the third attempt, he was able to do it. And he did it for 1 minute and 15 seconds. Now, what point am I attempting to make here? And I want you to really understand this point. Joe doing that exercise, when he had to do it for the 3rd time, at a certain point, there was pain going through his legs. The lactic acid was building up, and he was really struggling to hold his weight. And just like us, how often when we're going after our dreams, do we feel the pain? Do we feel it building up inside of us, and we're thinking, oh no, I don't have what it takes, I can't do this? How many times at any one point in our life do we want to quit? When we're so close to our dream, we just want to give up, and all we got to do is just push that little bit more. Just give your heart that little bit more. And what was so cool was, he had to dig within himself. He had to find the strength within himself, and he had to tell his mind, I've got this. I've got this. I can do this. And believe me when I say this, there was a point he wanted to quit. There was a point it was getting too much. However, he chose to keep going. So what I want to tell you is that you will come to a point in your life where you're hitting a wall, where you're hitting a brick wall and you're not seeing results. And you're not seeing it happen like you want it to happen. And you're getting down on yourself and you're beating yourself up and you're saying, man, I don't get this. Why isn't this happening? Let me tell you something else about Joe. Joe had aspirations to be a speaker. And so many times he had to, that same energy he drew on, he had to draw on his speaking, because so many times he was told, Joe, man, you're rubbish as a speaker. You don't have what it takes, Joe. You speak funny. You're mentally retarded. Is something wrong with you? You've been doing speaking for 4 years and you got nothing to show for it? You've been doing speaking and you haven't made any money? Why don't you just give up? People will attempt to laugh at you. People will say you're rubbish and you don't have what it takes. And believe me when I say this, guys, people will say it. However, you got to draw on something deep within yourself. And that's what Joe did in that moment. Believe me, it was easy to quit. However, how easy is it to live with regret? How easy is it to live with, I gave up when I know I just had to push a little bit harder. I just had to go that little bit more. So let me share with you my tips on how you keep going in life. How you handle those tough times. My first tip, never pay attention to the naysayers. Never pay attention to the haters. Never pay attention to anybody that tries to rubbish your dreams or say you don't have what it takes. When someone tries to tell you you're rubbish, you got nothing, go back to where you came from. I tell you this, go pursue your dreams. People can't see in you what you can see in yourself. So ignore the haters. Ignore the people who can't stand what you have. Just keep going. So that's the first one. The second one is have faith in yourself. Have faith it will work out in the end. I ain't talking about faith in a religious sense. So many times I hear people say, oh Chris, I'll have faith when I believe it, when I see it. I'm going to ask you to do something different. I'm going to ask you to have faith when you don't see it. I'm going to ask you to have faith with your heart. See with your heart. I'm going to ask you to believe it first before you see it, because only when you believe it will you see it. So go beyond your eyes, go beyond what you can see, and see what you can't see, which is your infinite greatness. So that's the second one. Have faith it will work out in the end, and keep going after your dreams no matter what. Now the third one is have belief in yourself. I hear this so many times. Chris, I don't have belief in myself. You want to know the richest place in the world? It's the graveyard. Because too many people have let their dreams die because of lack of belief within themselves. Believe in yourself. Believe in what you offer to the world. Believe in your gift. Because I'll tell you this, people need what you have to offer. And lastly, have patience. So many people want to give up because it's taking too long, Chris. I'm not seeing results. We live in an instant gratification world. Success isn't something that is achieved instantly. If you want to achieve success, be prepared to pay the price, which is have patience. Things ain't gonna work out as quickly as you want it to. and give it time, you will have success and it will happen. So, have belief, have faith, never listen to the naysayers, and have patience. And as you know, I am a speaker and I am available to speak on this, and if you need to talk to me, you can send me a PM. I was once told a line, the greatest limitations we place isn't of what other people say, it's what we place on ourselves. So if you want to say, you know, I can't be like Joe, then let me leave you with a little surprise. That Joe I speak about is actually me, Christopher G. Howson, and this is my story. Thank you.